Well, hey there, gang. You know, it's days like today that really remind me of that old phrase. How's it go? When life gives you ginger, you make gingerbread cookies. Yeah, that's definitely how that goes. Let's play some head games. Friends, opponents, contestants who just got voted off of the Great British Baking Show, welcome to Head Games. My name is Jeterex. Today we are going to continue our journey through the two color combinations with blue-green cookies. I could not come up with a better name for this deck. Ash Lizzle, a YouTube content and creator and streamer who I watch and think is fantastic, one of the best brewers out there for my money, popularized this deck on her content, and so I'm just taking it out for a spin today. This is definitely somebody else's deck. I cannot claim any credit for this whatsoever. So what does the deck do? It's blue-green artifacts, essentially. The two namesake cards, Ginger Brute and Tough Cookie, both are artifacts themselves, and they synergize with +1/+1 counters themes with being able to animate non-creature artifacts, which the deck produces quite a lot of, and they each have activated abilities that can be used with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. So lots of artifact support, Spyglass Siren, Haywire Might, and Teething Wormlet, all in the 1-drop slot. Hard-hitting questions for removal, Lost Jeet for equipment benefits, also +1/+1 counters and other activated abilities there. Subterranean Schooner in the mid game along with Surge Engine. These are artifacts that when they come down early can really dominate the mid game. In the 3-drop slot we've got Kitesail Larcenist as a removal spell, Zoetic Glyph as a very aggressive threat when you animate one of your non-creature artifacts, Sentinel of the Nameless City, a very fantastic mid-range stabilizer that also makes more artifacts every turn if left to its own devices. So this deck can be very aggressive, but also shines very well in the mid game as it can gain some life. It can create evasive threats that are actually unblockable under very realistic circumstances. So this deck requires a lot of decision making. It can be very hard to pilot. I'm going to do my very best to have some fun with it today. I enjoy playing this deck because it's challenging and offers a lot of different options. So let's go out and enjoy one of my favorite things: cookies. Gingivitis. I've been trying to take better care of my teeth. Why would we be put up against gingivitis in the very first round? Okay, I seem to get this tap land in my opening hand a lot, which is very sad, but I think this is still a keepable hand. Tough Cookie on 2 is a very fantastic start. We could also go Teething Wormlet, Spyglass Siren on 2. We're going to keep this. We have a lot of pretty fantastic options, so, and we'll get to see what our opponent is doing before we decide what to play first, which is definitely not a bad thing. So starting with the tap land, what are you up to? Plaza of Heroes means we're probably looking at a Legends deck. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get Wormlet down and Spyglass Siren. That's going to grow the Wormlet a little bit. That'll make it a 3/3 by the time we get to our next turn. It's also going to have Death Touch because if I play Tough Cookie next turn, because I'll have 3 artifacts on board, which gives this Death Touch. What are we doing? What's our opponent's first creature? Rona. Okay. So this may be a combo deck. So I think I need to remove Rona as quickly as possible. So we're going to play our second Spyglass Siren to make the Teething Wormlet a 3/3. Then we're going to hit Rona hard. What's your problem, Rona? That's a hard-hitting question right there. Attack for 4. I'd like to draw a land. I think drawing a land does some real good for us right now. There's another Rona. Okay, so we slowed our opponent down. That does not feel bad. I think we can take the turn off to map token a little bit. Hopefully we draw a land. Do we just go again? I think maybe we do. Let's get this tap land down and go again. 2 back-to-back lands. Okay, 5 more. They probably won't block here. I played that combo deck before. I have some sense of what it's capable of. Relic of Vengeance is another piece of the combo. Pretty excellent. Cavernous Hole stops me from countering spells, which is okay over here because I don't have any counter spells. Our opponent's still got some available mana, quite a bit actually if they want it. Goose Mother for 3. Fascinating. Okay. I have some very interesting options here. So I can play Lost Jeet and Sentinel. I can play a Tough Cookie, Lost Jeet, and Equip, which feels good. Okay, let's get our land down. Let's tap it for a colored mana while we can, and we will play Tough Cookie. Our opponent's probably not got any instant speed interaction. The stick is probably from the delay, or the, you know, when we see their input stick a little bit, that means they've got something that they can do on their side of the board, but it's probably just this tap, discard, or draw then discard. Okay. Teething Wormlet has... So we equip to the Wormlet and we go to town. Not attacking with the Sirens, just the Wormlet. I don't think they want to double block. Yeah. And I think we just let that go. The combo that they're playing is, I believe, a 4-card combo. So they need something that does damage to me. And they need 2 copies, actually, kind of a 5-card combo, of Old Rutstein, which is a way of looping creatures from your graveyard. So our strategy on this side of the board at this point is to just get as much damage through as fast as possible. So next turn we're gonna give a very big attack. All right, so there's Rutstein. What do they get back? The other Rona. Titania. Fascinating. Titania is a good draw for them. That slows me down significantly. I think that's a mistake. Yeah, don't attack. Yeah, if they... I don't think I can necessarily win if they attack. But... Okay. So every turn we don't kill them, they get closer to the combo. Okay, let's get our land out for turn. All right, options are I can animate this food and make it a 4/4. I can also, I mean, I can get Surge Engine down, which Surge Engine creates a very interesting threat for them. They could also discard a land at instant speed to have them gain life, which also feels very good. So... I mean, Wormlet straight up trades with 2 creatures, so I don't hate that at all. I think we're gonna go Surge Engine to make the wormlet bigger. And then we're gonna animate the food, and we're gonna swing with wormlet and the animated food. We have to be very careful here. I accidentally sacrifice the cookie all the time. And you're never gonna lose weight that way. I'm never gonna lose weight if I just keep sacrificing the cookie. I wonder how many food jokes I can make that nobody's gonna get. Okay, let's do it. They have to block. Well, they don't have to block actually, because they can discard a land and gain some life. Watch them do it. Here it comes. Discarding, drawing, discarding a land. What in the world? You have to block. You have to block. If they don't block, I win. I don't know if they see it. Urtai! Look at you. What a play. Who gets it? Wormlet? Yeah, that's fine. What a play. One, two, three, four. Okay. All right. Oh, it's on the equipped creature. Oh, boy. That's egg on my face. It's not. I don't have any egg on my face, right? I was so confident. What was I thinking? Slow Gurk. Okay. Relic. Yeah, we're not blocking. Absolutely no reason to block. Okay, so this is easy. It's possible I should have pumped this. But I think I want this instead. Our opponent needs a big draw. I think I should have pumped the Surge Engine, because I could have managed any attack that they came back with us, so let's see what happens here. I don't think they have a good attack, so... Okay, let's find out if you have a removal spell for the Surge Engine. Okay, this should fizzle their cut down. Alright, let's see if we can get that final point of damage. Come on, no land. Oh, it was a land. So close. Oh boy. So close. Our opponent gets another turn. Wait, am I making a mistake here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't think I can get another point through with just the current attackers I have. Okay. We're going to play another land, and we're going to play another Surge Engine, I think. That's it. Good game, opponent. I think I can just let the rest of it through. Oh, yeah. We will not mess around. So many triggers to get through. That's it. Cookies. Tyla 30. You gotta be over 30 by now, Tyla. Okay. This is not bad. Zoetic Glyph actually works great with the map tokens that Sentinel makes. Subterranean Schooner on 2. I'm on the draw, so I don't have any interaction, which feels bad, but totally a keepable hand. Mono red on the play. Here's Monastery Swiftspear. Feeling really good about that. Okay, another Schooner doesn't feel great. Okay, I'm gonna put the Brood out, and we're just gonna hit you in the face too. How do you feel? How do you feel about taking one on the first turn from a hasty threat? Another hasty threat? I'll take 3. That's fantastic, but we're gonna take a turn. We're gonna do Subterranean Schooner, and we will leave up Ginger Brute. So next turn, playing the second Schooner doesn't feel great, but it does when it gains you a life. So, I mean, Subterranean Schooner, this boat, I tell you what, it is pretty great at stabilizing against red. Third land. Ugh. I can never tell if mono red hitting its land drop each turn is worse than staying at 2 and just having, you know, having different things to... They're going to swing. Yep. So we are going to crew the Subterranean Schooner, and we're going to block the Bloodthirsty Adversary, because it is harder for them to get the toughness of Bloodthirsty Adversary over 3. It is quite easy for them to get the toughness of Swiftspear over 3. And they're going to dedicate a lot of resources to getting rid of the Schooner. They just burned 2 cards to get rid of the Schooner. So, okay. So now we go land, Teething Wormlet, Schooner. I think I attack, because they don't seem to have a removal spell for Wormlet. Godric. Got a second play to make Godric fly. You do not. Okay. Land. Sentinel. Trying to decide whether to play this and gain the life now or hold it and make sure that I think this is tough, because the map token possibly gets me a land and makes a creature bigger, which is quite relevant right now. So let's do this first. Wormlet on top. I will keep that on top. You gonna pump Godric? You can't pump Godric. Okay, so what's more dangerous here? So I think I do this. I think that they would have been more aggressive. Yep. Okay. I'm 100% okay with that. So we're gonna pop this and make the Sentinel bigger. Leave that on top again. I think we've stabilized. They'd have to get a pretty big swing. Second Godric. I don't have a problem with this at all. Okay, second Wormlet. Lost Jeet. They're gonna scoop here in a moment. There it is. Okay, precons only. I respect that. Keeps things simple. You don't have to think about it more. Just playing those precons. Some of them are really good too. We are on the play. Wormlet on 1, Schooner on 2, Sentinel or Glyph on 3. Probably Sentinel on 3. Looks fantastic to me. Our opponent mulligans down to 6. Okay. We're going to lead with Teething Wormlet. The best one drop in this deck. Teething Wormlet is really like, if you don't deal with it, it's going to be a lot of trouble for you. Okay, Island on 2, Subterranean Schooner. I think we're going to attack. I think I'm the aggressor here. I'm not sure if my opponent's on mono red or something not quite as... Picnic Ruiner. I'm about to ruin this person's picnic. That is happening. Okay, this is going to seem weird, but we're going to play a second Schooner. And then we're going to ask a hard-hitting question. Explore. I'll take the land. Okay, 7-point split. So our opponent's on that Gruul plan, so they got the Picnic Ruiners going on. Okay. Kamano faces Kakazan. I don't have another removal spell, so this is hit hard as quickly as I can. We'll play our tap land. We will tap our Sentinel. We're going for it. We are going for the win. Spyglass Siren gives me another Schooner activation. I'm going to leave that on top. Okay, so unless our opponent can kill us this turn, which, listen, this deck is capable of it. It is. 100% capable of it, but I didn't have another removal spell, so I guess leaving up a blocker, but... Okay. That's not a super efficient use of 1 red. They really need a second creature if they're actually going to get all the way to kill me. So next turn we get Zoetic Glyph on this map token. We get Spyglass Siren to activate one of the Subterranean Schooners. And I think we just win. Our opponent is deep in thought, wondering to themselves, should I really have eaten that gas station chicken salad today? My friend, I'm afraid the answer is no. Our opponent chooses to play a second blocker. Monstrous Rage on Picnic Ruiner. Getting in for 12. It's a lot of damage. I'm sorry, friend, but you should not have eaten the chicken salad. So edit Glyph on this map token. And that's it. Cookies. Ellie winks. Ellie winks. Well, right back at you, Ellie. Okay, on the draw, this is less good, but I can Teething Wormlet on 1 thanks to Mirrex, Surge Engine on 2, or even Subterranean Schooner on 2, And then on 3, I can Dreamroot Cascade. This is an okay start. Again, not a lot of interaction, but as we have learned several times, this deck really just doesn't play very much of it. So we'll do Mirrex into Wormlet, draw out that first cut down. No cut down on 1. We are, as they say, off to the races. No! Life of Toshiro Umezawa kills my Wormlet. Okay, now we are going to go Schooner on 2. This sets up a couple of different plays next turn. They're going to gain 2 life. Man, I haven't seen this card in a minute, but it is awesome. Also, not long for this world. This is one of the sets that's going to rotate here in a couple weeks. Deep Cavern Bat. What do you take? I don't actually know. I don't know what I would take. This would be a tough choice. Okay. I can see that choice. Okay, Dreamroot Cascade gives us Tough Cookie. Lost Jeet. Send our cookie on a boat ride and attack. Not a land? I will take a hard-hitting question on the top. You know what's happening next turn. You know what's happening. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to play a 4th land and play Sheoldred? You killed my cookie. You terrible, terrible person. Okay, here's the trouble that I run into now. Is that this hard-hitting question is actually almost certainly better against the Sheoldred that they're going to play as soon as they get to 4 mana. So I think I'm actually going to hold this. And instead, I'm going to Zoetic Glyph this food. And then I'm going to equip this Jeet to it, which is hilarious. So this piece of food just became an animated creature, and then I put a weapon in its hand. Magic the Gathering. Catch the fever. Opponent's just taking this. Yep. Trigger. I think I just let it go. Yeah. I mean, we're definitely worried about Gix. Yeah, you go ahead. Take my removal spell. Take my removal spell. Gets in for 1. Okay. They don't have enough to kill the Schooner either, so I still have good attacks here. We're going to activate Mirrex to make a 1/1 creature. We're going to crew that onto our boat. And we're going to attack again. We're going to put Gingerbrute in the graveyard. It doesn't really do us any good right now. We need a more powerful draw the next hit. You going to give us a block? Yes, you are. I probably should have pumped that. We're going to untap a land and get this Teeming Wormlet out of our hand. And then say go. Our opponent is having a real hard time drawing their 4th land. So they're thinking about their removal spells at this point. Where does it go? I mean, Teething Wormlet's a pretty good target for a removal spell, and they have several that could hit it. I'm not sure that I would make that choice, but okay. I don't know why you don't take out the Teething Wormlet there. That's why. Okay. There it is. Yep. You've got it, friend. Okay, so Tough Cookie isn't actually a great play here, I don't think. Alright, we're going to put our new friend on the boat. We're going to... Oh, I can actually cast the cookie if I get this up to 2. That's the move. We'll get in for 8. We will draw a land. Oh, I could have pumped. Okay. Yeah, we're going to play this land. We're going to untap a land with the Lost Sheet. Play a tough cookie. So they're not at 5 mana right now. So they're going to take out my 1/1. What do you think? Are they going to... They're going to pump their creature and gain more life. It's not a bad play at all. They found their 4th land. Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Yeah, gain 4 life. Play a blocker. You must. Yeah, this game is far from over. They didn't play a blocker. What is happening over here? Okay. I love Haywire Might. I have to kill that enchantment while it's still a creature. Okay, here's how we do. So we go 1, 2. 3. I don't think Spyglass Siren does enough. Do I have lethal here? They're going to kill something, right? I don't think that does enough. No blocks from the opponent, and that is it. The Doob Tube. The Dub Tub? It's Doob Tube. What are we saying? Man, that last game was just such a great example of how this deck is capable of kind of finding the line in a way that a lot of other decks aren't. Just, you end up with a lot of options. So I don't have any of the payoffs here. I do have 2 of my interaction spells, but this, despite having 2 of my interaction spells, this hand feels bad, especially with 4 lands. I am on the draw, so I'm going to keep it because I'm on the draw with interaction. That feels correct. Here is this darned Gruul deck again. Maybe it's not the same deck. Maybe it's not the same deck. We'll start out with our Siren Pirate. Or Siret. Nobody calls it that. This is a ramp deck. So this is actually maybe somewhat more troubling. Okay. So we're going to go Mirrex into Tough Cookie. And start bringing the attack. This is not as fast as I'd like it to be. We're probably going to see another ramp spell here. Okay, just a single ramp. That's not the worst case scenario. And we're gonna bring the ruckus this turn. So activate the food. What are you holding up there, friend? Bring it for 7. Okay. What are you holding? Oh, I see. Desert into your hand, gain 3 life. Not bad. Slows my action down a little bit. What does your deck play on 6? I just do not have a great way to deal with that. Or maybe I do. Okay. Land choice is easy. Okay. So we are going to Larcenist. We're going to hit our own map token and that Trumpeting Carnosaur. And we are going to... We're going to play Subterranean Schooner. Only attack for 3 this turn, which feels bad. So our opponent is at like pretty much max mana now. So if they can deal with the Kite Sail Larcenist, which they probably won't, And the Carnosaur just becomes a big body if they get it back. Okay, so there's Titan. What do you do with Titan? You take out the schooner. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So the problem is that I don't have 3 artifacts at this point, and that is a real problem. Because I need to get Teething Wormlet down with Death Touch so I can do the hard-hitting question. And the only way that that actually works is if I don't want to play the Teething Wormlet and then have something bad happen to it. I think it makes a lot of sense for me to wait. So if that's the case, I think I take the turn off and Zoetic Glyph this. And then we just pass. I can't attack into that Titan of Industry. Everything just got real quiet all of a sudden. Is it all of a sudden or all of the sudden? What do you say? It's a weird choice. Terror of the Peaks. Now that is fun. Follow-up? No. Okay. If they bring it in with Titan... Okay, they don't. Oh, I didn't do the thing. Was that a terrible mistake? It was. It was. I was supposed to leave up mana and activate the Mirex token so that I have a death-touching Teething Wormlet. Now I have to destroy the Terror of the Peaks. I love Haywire Might. Alright, Teething Wormlet. Haywire Might. I think I have to take out the Terror. Like, I really do. I think I have to take out the Terror. Because it's removal. It allows every creature that comes in after it to be a removal spell. Yeah. Something of a stalemate. Okay, Big Score is a good card. Why wouldn't you do it before combat and see if you've got something to do before so you can get an attack out? I don't understand that choice. Another Terror. Okay. Otawara is very interesting. I just don't really see... Alright. How do I get out of this? I don't think there is a great way for me to get out of this. I think I just hold up, see what happens. I mean, I put the Terror back in their hand if they cast anything. That's fine. Draw more cards. It's very good for you. You've got all the mana in the world. Brotherhood's End. 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. What do I do now? That blows up most of my board. Yep. I think that's it, folks. I think we just got our first loss of the day. I don't see a way out of this. There's another teething wormlet. Okay, we're not out of this yet. We're not. I just can't get through that Titan of Industry. It's too big. Like, I actually don't see a world where I get through that Titan of Industry. They're being very conservative about it. So they are milling 4 cards, putting up to 2 creature cards from the ones milled, and then putting them into play. Here we go. Let's see what you get. That'll do it. Good game. Alright, I'll let you see what the opponent's doing. No, face. You're supposed to... No, incorrect. Incorrect. I guess they still win, but... You just throw it all at my face. You're making the game longer. You're making the game take too long. Okay, DoobTube, you got it. Teslar. What kind of car do you drive? Do you know anything about electricity? Okay, on the play. We've got Spyglass into Tough Cookie if we draw a land, and we actually will have a map token, so we will have some options. Let's give it a go. And actually, Lost Jeet on 2 allows us to untap some lands, so it's a very sneaky kind of ramp. Our opponent is wearing our Kigurumi. I don't remember giving you permission to do that. We'll trade. Okay, Schooner on 2. I'm not sure what our opponent is doing, but I know that Gingerbrute is actually more scary of a card than it seems. There it is again. Okay. It has to be Tough Cookie here, because I want to explore. Our Gingerbrute goes to the graveyard. Okay, we are the aggressor, but we don't even know what our opponent is doing yet. Inti. Okay, so our opponent's on some discard draw shenanigans. Do they draw a land? They do not. Brushwag. Okay, we are in trouble, so Teething Wormlet. Lost Jeet. Land, please. Opponent's at 11. Alright, we're going to play our land. I'm very tempted to map token here. Alright, what does Cauldron allow me to do? Cauldron allows me to get through some damage. It allows me to activate Gingerbrute's ability. I think I have to leave that on top. Cauldron is an amazing play. We'll see how aggressive our opponent gets here. If they are overly aggressive, we could potentially kill them on the backswing. There's their Wormlet. There's their Soul Cauldron. Okay. Oh, sweet Jesus. They've got Voldaren Thrillseeker. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. So what they have here is 1 activation of Voldaren Thrillseeker. All of their creatures can now be flung for damage. So we have to take that into consideration with what we are doing. So they are presenting 8 damage on the field. So I have to potentially try to kill them, right? So trying to figure out which way is the best way to do that. This is the toughest decision I've had all day. So if I'm too aggressive here, I die. I can't kill them, so the question is, can they kill me on the backswing? And the answer is yes, they can 100% kill me on the backswing. So does that mean I don't attack at all? I think it does. Oh, no, okay, okay. No, it's okay. Because both of the abilities require activation, right? So they have to use mana, right? Yeah, they have to use mana to sacrifice the creature. They also have to use mana to make it unblockable except to haste creatures. So we're okay. I mean, I didn't play my Cauldron because I didn't think it was necessary. Well, I didn't play my Cauldron because I wanted to put another blocker on board. Okay. Yep. This is it. Are they going to do it? Okay. Carrion Beast Collar does not do much. Yeah, I can't block that. Oh, they've got me. Oh, good game. Here they go. Good game. Edo lag. Okay. See, blue and green, famous for countering spells and ramping out lands. 2 things that this deck does not do at all. This is fantastic. Yeah. I guess what's not fantastic about it is that I can't cast Wormlet on 1. So that is something. So I probably just play the Dream Root and play Wormlet and Lost Jeet on 2. Yeah. Not my favorite start, but I still think it's good. Blue-red. Kamano in blue-red. So probably some kind of blue-red prowess. Alright, Wormlet. Now we're going to play Gingerbread instead and start feeding you cookies. 2 mana creature. It's the show off. Interaction would be huge here. So the question is, how can I put as much damage on the field as possible? So I think the answer is Tough Cookie. And we're going to play the tap land so we can do multiple things next turn. Okay. This is just going to be a race. This is a damage race, and I know what those blue-red decks are capable of doing. And now they've got green too? What are we going to do? All right, second Slick Shot. Pump Spell. Yeah, that's a good draw. How much we got here? 9? Yep. Swift Spear is a blocker. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't have it. They're gonna outrun me. I don't think that there's anything I can do about it. Okay. They are almost out of cards. So that's part of what I need to do here. I need to have mana available to... I need to have mana available to sacrifice food. I don't think we have an attack here. And the fact that our aggression got stopped by theirs means, I think it means that we lose. Let's see what our opponents got left. They only have 2 cards left in their hand, so... They can just get in with the flyers with impunity. Yep. That's fine. Yep. Alright, we need to keep our life total up. Okay, untapped land is interesting, but I'm not sure it's what we do. We don't need the Murex tokens right now, so instead we can go... We could 100% lose out of nowhere right now. It's like, that's how powerful that deck is with all those prowess triggers. Okay, I still have mana available, so we can activate the Surge Engine, equip the Surge Engine, get in. Very curious what they've got in their hand. Okay, we're going to untap a land. Okay. Let's see what you got. Another land. What is your last card? It's amazing, whatever it is. So, yeah, we just block what we can. Do I double block etchings? I don't think so. I think we let etchings through. What's your last card? Might draw them another card, whatever it is. Okay. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have them on the flip. I should not have blocked. Okay. Terrible mistake on my part. Terrible mistake on my part. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. I might have it. I might have it. Okay. 5, 6, 7. I have it. Is that 11? Yes! Okay, gang. How did we do today? So we played 7 games on camera. We went 5-2. It's a winning record. I do think that this deck can be quite competitive. We saw the game where we fought against an opponent who did something like really rampy, really over the top, where their creatures just got too big for us to deal with. That is what Kitesail Larcenist is there for, but we've got so few of them that we have to be very careful about what we choose. We saw in that game there were just too many big threats for us to deal with, and that was why we lost. But otherwise, we were able to sneak in some very, very interesting and fun wins, because this deck is capable of kind of moving along a couple of different lines of strategy, which is what makes it very fun to play. So if you don't really like that kind of complex gameplay, this deck can probably be really frustrating. But if you're very interested in doing the kind of the dead man's hand, there's no possible way I can win this, oh my gosh, all of a sudden there is a way I can win this, this can be a fantastic deck. So one last shout out to Ash Lizzle, who I first saw playing this deck and I believe deserves credits for its proliferation, at least in terms of content creators. I enjoy her content a lot. Please go check it out. But as always, please continue to support our channel. We very much appreciate you. So give us a like and the subscribe. Maybe leave a comment down below if you liked what you saw today. Again, my name is Jeterex here for Head Games Arena. Thanks very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and we'll see you real soon.